2020, which now culminates in the final. It's the first leg between Indonesia and Thailand. Indonesia hoping beyond hope for a first title. This is their 6th attempt now. For Thailand, this is now their 9th final in 13 editions. They are the supreme team in the region, and they will hope to get a 6th AFF Suzuki Cup. Fans have been streaming in, lots of excitement in and around the stadium beforehand. We've got that second leg on Saturday as well. 10,000 fans allowed in here because of COVID-19 restrictions, and boy, have they been thrilled in the last couple of weeks. Indonesia have really grabbed this tournament by the scruff of its neck. Barely fancy to even get out of their group. Not only did they top Group A, the Group B I should say, they even did it ahead of the overwhelming favourites, Vietnam. They held the Vietnamese to a goalless draw in what was a defensive masterclass, and then played Singapore over 2 legs in the semi-finals. What a thrilling encounter we had in the second leg, especially on Christmas night, one that will live for the ages. And then Thailand, they came into this wanting to reclaim their crown, and have done so far, I should say, in style, finishing top of Group A, winning all their matches, and then beating Vietnam in the semi-finals. Many thought that would be the match we would have tonight. Well, with me here, who's been someone who's been with me for much of this competition, Roshan Rai. And Roshan, we have probably got the 2 most entertaining sides, fair to say, for this final?
Yeah, I would agree with that. 100%. I mean, you've got an Indonesian team who can be absolutely free scoring. I think it's 18 goals in 6 matches in the competition so far. So you know what you're going to get with this young, vibrant, exciting Indonesian side with the wonderful fighting mentality and spirit. Great to see them here in this final. And it's great to see Thailand here in this final as well. A team that is incredibly well balanced. I touched on Indonesia's goals. Thailand has conceded just once in the 6 matches leading up to this final, but have also entertained as well. So for me, this is Thailand, a very balanced team. They know how to attack, they know how to get the goals, they know how to see a result out as well and be very professional and keep opposition sides out, up against an Indonesian team who I feel will get at them, will try and attack, will be brave and will not be afraid to face down and stare down this challenge.
There is Asnawi, the captain of Indonesia. He knows the responsibility, the expectations he has to bear for almost 300 million people. expectations are absolutely massive. We talked about Indonesia. What about Thailand? They haven't won this competition since 2016. Here is the Indonesian lineup for you. They make 3 changes today. I think the most clear one is at left back with Pertama Arhan out through suspension. He's replaced by Edo Federiansyah. Irfan, who's been arguably one of the players of the tournament, gets to start today. He surprisingly did not start in the last game. And Didik Setiawan will be leading the line, as you can see here. They go with a 4-2-3-1. There was a feeling that they might go with a 5, and Roshan will explain in a short while how they could well set up against Thailand as this match progresses. So, as I mentioned, Pertama Arhan is not available today. Ezra Walian is the striker that sits this out. They have been swapping their strikers around quite a bit, and Ramai Rumakek, the very fast attacker, will have to settle for a place on the bench. We talked about Asnawi on the left. What about this man here on the right? Chanatip Songkrasin, MVP in 2014 and 2016. One of the most recognizable faces in football from the region. And here is the starting lineup for Thailand. Incredibly, there are only 4 survivors from that second leg draw against Vietnam. Tirasin Dangda, the striker, Pitiwat in midfield, Chanatip we just spoke about, and Kritsada in the centre of defence. They will go with a 4-3-3. Pitiwat at the bottom of that diamond, Chanatip at the top, feeding Tirasin Dangda and Bordin Pala. And what that means is we have plenty of regulars not available. The big change, of course, many people were talking about another left back who will not be joining us tonight because of a suspension, and that is Tiraton Bunmatan Chachai is out for the tournament. The goalkeeper sustained a serious injury, and he will not be available again. We asked about Manuel Beer and Patompon as to why they were not available, and we were not given an answer to that one. Yeah. They're not available on the bench either. So there is Mano Polking along with Shin Taeyong. On the bench, I should also add Sarat Juyen, Titipan and Narubadin. So its changes are plenty, Roshan, more than perhaps many would have thought. But yeah, it is the first leg.
Yeah, I was quite surprised actually when the Thailand lineup came out, but I guess I shouldn't be, because Mano Polking has spoken about using his squad and about having faith in each and every member of that squad. And we've seen throughout this competition, he's not been afraid to make those changes. And a couple of them enforced, especially at left back with Tristan Doe coming into that position, but Roller as well at right back. So what it does is it gives them a lot of more energy, those fresh legs into the side. Yeah. So I'm interested to see how they sort of repay his faith here.
Yeah, he's not only just given them effectively a dead rubber against Singapore, but he's also given them some time in the final over 2 legs, which is great from him. And there's a roar from the crowd as we have the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 final get underway. And Roshan, take us through perhaps how Indonesia will set up. They're going with a 4-2-3-1, but you feel that that's an opportunity for Devanga, or Alfreandra Devanga, to slip back if he needs to?
Well, they have that option, right, with Alfreandra, who can drop into that back line if they need to go into a back 3 at any point in this game. They've also got Rahmat Irianto who can do that.
Here's Bordin Pala. It's a good run into the penalty area. They've almost bundled it in through Supatok. What a start that could have been for Thailand.
Well, it would have been a real nightmare for Indonesia. Fakhrudin just falling over. Bordin with far too much pace and power here. Lovely first touch in behind, and then you think Fakhrudin's favourite to that. But Nadeo, excellent once again with that double save. But yeah, just going back to, as we see this chance once more, I think it's come off the hand of Supatok. With that formation. So you can have Rahmat Irianto as well, just dropping into that back line if you need to. But I think this 4-2-3-1 worked for them, because it allows Ricky Kambuaya to have sort of that license to roam.
Here's Philip Roller. Chanatip! Oh, what a start this has been! with a scorcher from their skipper.
What a start for Thailand. They're on it. They are on it. Wonderful finish from Chanatip as well. It's on the edge of the area. He just peels away from Alfeandra, who has to go and help his defense out. No protection from the midfield there. They get drawn all over the place. You can see Rakman Irianto leaves his midfield position, his central midfield position, gets dragged out, and so does Alfeandra. The number 13 goes out to try and stop Philip Roller. And then Alfeandra, as Roller beats 2-3 players in there, draws those defenders towards him, and then that creates a space for Chanatip to go and power that home. What a finish.
Fantastic goal from Chanatip Songkrasin, who's now got 3. Remember, he scored 2 in the first leg, semi-final against Vietnam.